Welcome into the PHNX Daily Bet Show, brought to you by the one and only DraftKings Sportsbook app, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and leave a 5-star review. I'm Shane Diefenbach, joined by Johnny Venerable on this Tuesday. How we feeling, Johnny, after a nice red and white scrimmage over the weekend?
Oh, feel good. You were at the most magical place on earth, Disneyland. I was here grinding on the streets with the Bird Gang faithful. But in all seriousness, it's good to be back with you, doing some gambling on a Tuesday here. Baseball season, we're in the home stretch, baby. The last 6 weeks of the season, I've got my eye on some contenders, some pretenders, and it's exciting right now on DraftKings.
Yeah, very, very fired up nearing the end of baseball because that just means we're closer to football season. And if you missed last week, we did a division preview again. We'll be doing 6 more of those before the season starts. So keep it locked in right here on the PHNX Sports YouTube channel for that. Turn those notifications on. But yeah, just really getting close to it. Got some news that came out today about the starting pitcher for the Red Sox, Chris Sale, who's once again out for the year after he fell off his bike and broke his hand. I think he pitched 42 innings only last year. I think he only pitched 5 this year. So not
one of the worst trades in hindsight in modern MLB history. Remember when that trade went down? They got him from the Chicago White Sox, and people thought he was going to have this, Verlander, Clayton Kershaw-esque run for the next 5 to 7 years, and it just hasn't transpired like that. I think he's a bad fit, like David Price once upon a time was. Red Sox, they've kind of got a little bit of a stigma right now when they go get a Cy Young caliber pitcher. For whatever reason, it's not like Kurt Schilling once upon a time. It backfires badly.
Yeah, and then obviously the other news, Matt Carpenter yesterday against the Mariners fouled a ball off of his foot and broke it. So he says he's going to be back before he's not ending the year. They don't really need any help getting into the playoffs though. So I think it'd be smart to just rest him and see what happens before then. But yeah, not the best thing. Switching gears a little bit to football. A pretty major injury for a team that's not really a contender, but Mekhi Becton breaking his kneecap, out for the rest of the year. Johnny, what does this say for that division and the Jets?
I feel confident in saying this. I think there is a possibility that the New York Jets go 0-17. I'm not saying it will happen. I think Robert Saleh is probably one of the biggest frauds we've seen at head coach in the last 3 to 5 years. I think we're going to see one of two things is going to happen. Thomas Davis is going to get promoted from San Francisco. Robert Saleh is going to go back and be the defensive coordinator at some point in the next 3 years for the San Francisco 49ers. Zach Wilson in a division now. Say what you want about two in Miami. Their skill set, their skill players are on fire. Their team is just much better than the Jets. We both stand Mike McDaniel. The Bills are an absolute juggernaut. I think they're the Super Bowl favorite. And New England's New England, right? They're not going to be favored in any divisional game. And then they have to play the gauntlet that is the AFC. I'm not high on this team at all. It stinks because I kind of like Elijah Moore and some of their receivers, Garrett Wilson, they took in the draft. But to me, this screams a team that starts 0-9, 0-10. Zach Wilson, not big enough for the moment. He got hurt last year. Mekhi Becton, you hate to see this happen. It was one of the most universally telegraphed busts with a capital B in draft recent memory. Weight issues, and now he breaks his kneecap what's he going to be doing for the next 6 to
Yeah.
10 months? Sitting around,
Yeah.
probably gaining unnecessary weight. So I'm sorry, Jet fans. Hope you're enjoying your Mets and your Yankees this year because your team sucks.
All right, countdown to kickoff, Johnny. How many weeks we got until NFL season?
September 11th is the first Sunday of the NFL season,
So
so we are
4.
just under 1 month away.
Okay.
32 days from today, we will be kicking off the NFL season. PHNX Tailgate Show, myself, Shane Diefenbach, the GM Saul Bookman, and of course our newcomer, Mr. Bo Brock. I can't wait to gamble.
Yeah,
I just cannot wait to gamble in the NFL.
I'm very excited. As I said, division preview. We did the AFC West last week. We did the NFC West 2 weeks ago. We'll probably do 2 this week to make up for 4 weeks, 6 divisions in 4 weeks. So I think we're gonna go AFC East, which is the division we were just talking about. Probably either tomorrow or Thursday, which I'm very, very excited for. It just depends on the baseball slate. But yeah, so keep it locked in for that. That's going to be a very good time, and we get to talk about Tua Tagovailoa, who is my favorite quarterback in the AFC this year, and all of that. And then I would assume we'll get to the NFC East on Saturday, so we can talk about the train wreck that is that division and all the stuff that's coming out with Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown. It sounds like they're clicking early, but we know everything we need to know about Jalen Hurts already. Just depending on if he can make that next step.
We like him. We're Jalen Hurts stands on this podcast.
Okay. First touchdown scorer, Jalen Hurts stands. All right, before we get into our baseball picks, just want to remind you, if you're going to be betting, do it on the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Right now, you can download it today and use that promo code PHNX when you sign up. After you make your first deposit, you get a risk-free bet up to $1,000. That's promo code PHNX only at the DraftKings Sportsbook app. It's safe, it's secure, it's reliable. It just makes everything a lot more fun, especially when it comes to football season. You get first touchdown scores. You can bet on first home run hitters in the MLB too. We got some props for you later in the show, so make sure to keep tuned in right here on the PHNX Sports YouTube channel. Make sure to use that promo code PHNX when you sign up for DraftKings. Make your first deposit, get a $1,000 risk-free bet. Instantly throw it on whatever you want, maybe some futures in the NFL, maybe a first touchdown scorer when it comes to, I don't think you can do it in the preseason, and I'm glad you can't, because Amir Abdullah was the first touchdown scorer in the NFL preseason this year, and I don't think anybody had that. Just a reminder, promo code PHNX only at the DraftKings Sports. We got minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for more details. All right, Johnny, MLB slate today.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah. What do you like? Let's just get right into it.
I like it a lot. Here's what I got going on. The Braves, who just got their ass beat by the New York Mets, are going to rebound today against that same Boston Red Sox team. Chris Sale, that place is a joke. It's a joke franchise right now. I think the Braves take out their frustrations, try to make up some ground in the wild card race. They're still 20 games over 500. This is a really great team. We're just under 20. I think they're 18. So I think they win today easily. And then I love Washington, Chicago, 7.5 as the over-under. Both these teams are sporting a couple garbage starting pitchers. I think the Cubs, to me, are a sneaky second-half spoiling team. They've been playing better as of late. I'm not a fan of Marcus Stroman, and Espinino for Washington's got an over 5 ERA in his last 6 starts. So I think the ball is going to be flying at Wrigley today. 7.5 is just way too low. I think it's probably closer to 9.5 at the end of the day.
Yeah, like those picks a lot. I love betting on the Braves. Braves, Phillies are my 2 teams to bet on the most. What
do you make of that Mets series? Do you think the Mets are legit?
I don't know, man. The Mets. This happens though. I mean, but it's happening after the All-Star break now. So
which, yeah, I did not expect.
We see it in the past. They have a great start of the season, and then the All-Star break hits, and oh my God, who is this team? So we'll see. Not buying yet, but we'll wait until then. And a little bit of recency bias in my pick here, just because of what happened last time this starter hit the mound. Garrett Cole is starting for the Yankees against the Mariners. Mitch Haney is back for the Mariners, hit a home run yesterday. They fell to the Yankees, though. I think they have a better bounce-back game. And Luis Castillo making his second start. He's 1-0 for the Mariners, so hopefully he can go 2-0 against the Yanks today. Mariners money line plus 110. I'm taking that to the bank. And then, as I said, I love betting on the Phillies. They score a lot of runs, get his little Kyle Schwarber, JT Realmuto action going. I got Zach Wheeler on the mound tonight against Braxton Garrett for the Marlins. They are at home, minus 115 right now on the DraftKings Sportsbook app. I got them at minus 110 this morning. So make sure to get that in before it gets too low. But yeah, taking them minus 1.5 today. Love the Phillies. Love the pick. I love you, Johnny.
I love you too. Do you and producer Leah have a low key bet on who's going to make the wild card round? You know, it's her faithful Toronto Blue Jays of her native country, Canada. And then you're of course grossly in love with your M's, who always disappoint. Right now, they're only separated by I think 2 games in the wild card race. Should we put? I feel like we should wager something on that between the two of you.
I think there might be something in the books today. She's not here yet, but
I'm going to try to create a rift between the two of you over the coming 6 weeks or so. Be fun.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Well, to squash some beef, there's no better place to do it than Four Peaks Pub in Tempe. So if beef does come out of it, you know, you can sit, you can have a nice beer tap conversation.
Can I get Italian beef at Four Peaks? Maybe.
I don't know. I don't know about that. You can get some Italian pizza. You can get some nice pizza. Get some pub pizza. Great chicken wangs. Get some nice chicken tendies at Four Peaks. But they also got fantastic beer where you can get anywhere in Arizona, wherever you get your beers. So make sure to go ahead and grab that. But just a reminder, we got to be 21 or over to drink that and enjoy that responsibly. Johnny, are you going to be enjoying your props responsibly today?
Yeah, you know where I'm going with this. They're 9-1 their last 10 games. They're my faithful St. Louis Cardinals. Beat the shit out of the Yankees. First team in the NL to sweep the Yankees, I think, since the 90s. They look pretty hot right now, and they're led by
That's crazy.
Not sure if you know this or not. Paul Goldschmidt used to play for
yeah, he's a pretty good baseball player that used to play for the
Diamondbacks. The Diamondbacks traded him away for some scraps, and he's going to win the MVP this year, and he's going to hit a home run tonight against the lowly Colorado Rockies. He and Arenado might just go off tonight. Arenado returning to Colorado. Plus 270. Goldie's going to go deep. Miles Michaelis, one of their better pitchers this year, most confident in terms of him getting deep in the games, 4.5 innings pitched. Cardinals, man, they finally got it together. They're 2 games up on the Milwaukee Brewers. You could have gotten the Cardinals right after the All-Star break. I think at like plus 250 to win the Central. Feels like a lock now, knock on wood. Brewers, turns out when you trade your good players at the All-Star break and attempt to rebuild on the fly and get cute, players don't respond well to that. So kudos to the Cardinals for making a couple moves. Jose Quintana looking good, the lefty, just under 30 years old. So,
great pronunciation.
I would love to see the M's and the Cardinals face off in a World Series. What would we do if that happened? It'd be unbelievable.
I don't know. I don't even want to think about that. But I'll think about these props right now. Garrett Cole, as I mentioned, starting for the Yankees. I'm going under 18.5 outs recorded. I think he gets shelled early once again with the Mariners. Fantastic bats who, you know, they've not been that hot as of late, but we'll see if they can get them going. Under 18.5 outs recorded. That's even money. And then Kyle Schwarber, 1+ RBI, plus 170. I think he might have 2 or 3 RBI tonight. So hoping they rout the Marlins, and Schwarber is a part of that. Get some nice juice going on this fine Tuesday. Johnny, anything else before? Whoa.
Do you feel like
God.
Do you feel like Julio Rodriguez was foolish to do the home run derby because it doesn't look that great? Hey, get out of here. All right. We got loaded.
He's been injured. So
PHNX Cardinals live today. This is one of our most loaded shows in recent memory.
Well, hold on. For those listening on audio, make sure to come over to video because Johnny just took his hat off and he looked like a crazy scientist. Okay, you can continue.
I am very smart. Should the Cardinals trade for Roquan Smith? We're kicking off our show with that
because fun.
Absolutely they should. Number 2, practice report. Kyler Murray no longer throwing with his left hand. He is throwing with his right hand again. His wrist, a little tendy, little chicken tendy, but he's all right. Number 3, we got the first official depth chart ahead of Cincinnati this Friday. And number 4, Cliff Kingsbury's birthday. He turns 43 years old today. And I told my co-host, Bo Brock, what do you get for the man that literally has everything? You'll find out later today. PHNX Cardinals Live, myself, Bo Brock, Frank Sanders. Do not miss it.
You can follow me on Twitter at Shane D. If you can follow Johnny on Twitter at Johnny Venerable. You can follow the show on Twitter at PHNX_bets. We're here every Monday through Friday at noon on the PHNX Sports YouTube channel. Turn those notifications on if you haven't yet. Subscribe if you haven't. Leave a 5-star review if you're listening on audio. And we'll be back tomorrow live at noon on the PHNX Sports YouTube channel. Peace, love, and pitchers getting shelled named Garrett Cole. Later.